Michael Dela Cruz looking over, obviously getting appears to be the pitch selected from the dugout. 2-1 is grounded foul. 2-2. As a pitcher, Nelly, would you trade the foul ground for Pitcher's Park? Which one is more important?
What's going on, Steven? How are you? Let's put some boxes out. We have, for the first time ever, the Caribbean Baseball League on in the background for the break tonight. Didn't know what sports was going to be on tonight. We got Caribbean Baseball. See, we have 4 boxes left from the current case, so we will open 3 of those 4 tonight. Let me just do a refresh to see if there's anything that has not been paid for yet. There are only 2 spots left over that weren't purchased from the break tonight. All right, we are going to put those 2 up, and then we're going to get started. So the only things that are left over or unpaid for tonight are 2 prospects, non-firsts, Rock Ruggio and Brody Brecht, a couple of Rockies. If anybody wants to grab anything a little extra, those are the only things that are going to be available tonight. So we'll get a quick start to the break tonight. Steven, you got it? Mike, you were a little bit behind Steven on this one. Steven had the quicker fingers for once. Steven, did you have anybody in the break tonight? Can you add 5 for shipping? That's basically where we are nowadays with USPS's average shipping. I'm like probably slightly over $5, which is crazy considering when I started doing this only 4 or 5 years ago. It was about $3 something for shipping a package, but here we are. Patriot, is the name Patriot in like New England Patriots, or is it a separate reference? We will be running a break during, or I guess after the Super Bowl next week for those of you guys who are our regulars. There will still be a break next week on Super Bowl Sunday, and let's see. Like I mentioned, we have Caribbean Baseball League on in the background right now. I don't know why it sounds so weird that it's being announced by 2 people in English, or maybe it's just the announcers sound weird. But you're a Texans fan. Oh, man. So the Bills beat the Texans. So you could probably still be pro Patriots in this playoffs. Apparently, Benji Gill is the manager of the Mexican team in the Caribbean series. Blast from the past there. The unsold spots were already grabbed, and we are going to get right into picking the boxes tonight and then get right into the break. So we have 4 boxes left from the current case. We're going to choose 3 of those 4. So whoever wants to list a number in the chat, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll open 3 of these guys. 4 for Brian in the break. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know why they just started showing the usernames that way. You have 2, 3, and 4. All right, so 1 going back into the case, and that'll be the last box we open from the case. Have in the background, we were able to get a 2024 draft hobby box, and then we also have a jumbo or a super jumbo on the way. So I will definitely be running a 2024 Bowman draft break during spring training, probably in the next, I'd say, 3 weeks. So any Kurtz or Benj or Rayner or Griffin chasers out there, or you Savage, we will be running a 2024 Bowman draft break during spring training this year. Let's see. We got Takumi in the room. We got Judd Tebow Parker. I think I got all that right. And Aaron Brandon in the room. Brandon, we did not have any leftover Twins players in this one. Let's see. Let's start with Brian's box. We'll go right to box number 4. And then we'll go, let's see, this is 3 next. So that was Judd and Aaron's box that we'll do next. And we'll finish with Takumi's box tonight. Let me grab my box cutter, and then we'll be good to go. Who was Caminero playing for in the Caribbean League last year when he hit that walk-off home run that he threw the bat 40 feet in the air? Oh, for the 2024 Walker Jenkins. That's not Walker Jenkins first. I think Walker Jenkins firsts were 2023 Bowman draft, but he definitely is in the product. All right, and we are underway tonight. I think that's true. Yeah, definitely true. He could have been a 2024 Bowman, but definitely not 2024 Bowman draft. I think he was in draft the previous year. Yeah. With Nelson Rada. Wasn't Rada 2024 Bowman? Okay, so he was not in draft. He was left over for 2024 Bowman. It seems is the consensus. Let's see. We pulled a Walker Jenkins orange on release night. I thought that was draft, but I guess it was Bowman. All right. Getting things started tonight. All super jumbos tonight. 15 autos to come out of this break, starting with a bottom pack. So no autos to start off, but hopefully some color. And we are starting off with color right away. So we'll skim through the papers like we always do to make sure there's no color. All the paper cards do go to the paper only lot. For those of you guys who are new to our breaks, it is listed in the auction. Just want to make sure everybody understands that. Starting things off, we have a Cade Anderson draft night insert, and behind that, a fuchsia reptilian that doesn't want to come up. There we go. Johnny Lavelle, our first numbered card of the break. 13 of 199 for Lavelle. Quentin Young getting an Axis insert, and then Chrome of Braden Montgomery. Ethan Hedges, Thomas White, Jack Gurvich, George Lombard Jr., Nathan Schubart, Cash Mayfield, Gustavo Melendez, Malcolm Moore, CJ Gray, Ryan Mitchell, Caleb Bonemer, Murph Gray, Eduardo Quintero, Trevor Cohn, Carson Benj, pulled an orange of him last break, Brian Curley, and then our first refractor, starting off with a Billy Carlson, nice start, Tim Piacenton, Ike Irish, and Cameron Maldonado. So all 4 firsts on our first 4 refractors, couple of first rounders there, Irish and Billy Carlson. This is my first time ever watching a Caribbean League baseball game live. Let's see. We got Meb in the room. Did you run something tonight, Brian, or is he talking about Thursday's break from you? What'd you run tonight? 10 megaboxes. Did you ripped it already? Any big highlights? Not to spoil it for Meb. Looks like we're gonna have a base autograph to start here. Gavin Killen. Prize prospects insert. Colin Yeaman. Carlos Legrande. Billy Carlson on the board twice already. Tim Piacenton. Another Ike Irish. Cameron Maldonado. Dax Kilby. Lots of good first rounders to start here. Ryan Waldschmidt. Esmerin Valdez. Aaron Walton. Max Clark. Mason Morris. Eduardo Tait. Kason Cunningham. Josiah Hartshorn. Steele Hall. And starting things off with a Seth Hernandez base auto. We are off to a nice start here. Riley Kelly refractor, JJ Weatherholt, Cade Crossland, and Luke Dickerson. So first auto of the night, Seth Hernandez starting things off very nicely. It went okay. Some decent color. Any ink? Get Billy Carlson base in the top loader, as well as the Steele Hall and Dax Kilby. Crossland, Weatherholt, and Riley Kelly on the refractors. Bunch of big time first rounders coming out already. One auto, one more solid, one more auto, or one more color, and it would have been real solid. Kason Cunningham getting on the board already. I believe that's a Meb spot tonight. Dax Kilby starting off with a chrome, and Ike Irish and Billy Carlson starting off with chrome and a refractor in pack number 1. Seth getting us off to a nice start. Let's see, Eugenio Suarez. I'm trying to think of what went on in the majors in the last couple days since I broke. Suarez back to the Reds. I believe Suarez was a Red already at some point in his career, if I remember correctly. And then Luis Ariz to the Giants. Yandel Ricardo getting a speckle to start off pack number 2. Kevin McGonigal Axis. Mason McConaughey. Arjun Namala. Quentin Young. Jackson Wiggins. Chase Shores. Cam Caminiti. Michael Olivito. Yosua Lugo. Gavin Fine. Brian, there you go. Gavin Turley for Meb. Xavier Nyans. Caleb Wing. JoJo Parker. A lot of first rounders getting pulled. Aiden West. Devin Taylor. Enrique Bradfield Jr. Easton Carmichael. And refractors of Landon Harmon. Jesus Madej. Justin Lampkin. And Yandel Ricardo starting and ending the chromes in that pack. With different refractors, 7 years with the Reds previously, and now he's on a 1-year contract, I believe I heard. Order to Mega. Hope there's something good in there. I mean, the fact that we have Megas now in draft, there's got to be some big names coming out of there. Even if you only pull a couple of first rounders, there's probably a pretty easy chance to grade yourself into a profit on these boxes. You would think if you get a couple 10s on chromes of JoJo Parker and other early first rounders, you might be able to pretty easily pay for the price of that box. We've certainly pulled quite a few guys in the first couple of packs that could possibly grade somebody into a profit for a mega box. David Sandlin and Gage Zeal in a trade. Yeah, that was weird. Let's see. Second auto looks like it's also going to be base. We'll take another Seth Hernandez. Starting off, we have an Eli Willits in action. Kevin McGonigal prize prospects. Tanner Franklin. Blake Mitchell. Griffin Hugas. Bryce Cunningham. Landon Hoge. Brian, did you ever do anything about those 2020, was it 2022 draft or 2023 draft that you were looking at? Rainiel Rodriguez, Joshua Flores, Johnny Farmello, Travis Sikora, Briggs McKenzie, Joshua Kuroda Grauer, AJ Russell, James Tibbs, Mitch Voigt, Tommy Troy, Patrick Forbes, and Michael Oliveto getting the first auto we've pulled of him. Looks like an MO signature there. Liam Doyle refractor, Peter Cusseau, Max Williams, and Andrew Salas. So another solid autograph there. 2 base autos on the board, but 2 very nice base autos. First rounder Oliveto and lottery pick Seth Hernandez. It's only the second Seth Hernandez auto I've pulled. So I haven't looked to see if he signs the 22 on all of his cards, which is kind of funny since it looks like he's number 25 jersey number on the card. All right, let's catch up with the comments in the chat. Let's see, Kid golfed with Brian Curley today. That's fun. Let's see. Yeah, Sandlin and Gage Zeal being in a trade. I didn't even realize that Gage Zeal was a Red Sox now. Did he move over in whatever deal was that? It wasn't Wilyer Abreu, right? It was the catcher that they traded for from the Yankees. That they traded Elmer Rodriguez Cruz in that deal. Oh, looks like we have a spotlight coming up. Possibly an SP here starting off pack number 3. We have Tate Southesine, and the spotlight behind that is a nice Liam Doyle hit. Liam Doyle SP on the board. Andrew Salas Axis, Ryan Waldschmidt. There's our first Eli Willits of the night. Caleb Lays, Gage Wood, Grant Richardson, Charles Duvallin, Tommy White, Nick Becker, Hagen Smith, Michael Salina, Johnny Slawinski, Cooper Pratt, Jacob Morrison, Dante Nori, Ben Jacobs, Sammy Stafora, Dominic Furtan, refractors of Caden Kent, Johnny Lavelle, Titan Gray, and Jacob Reimer. Are there any years of Bowman draft that you guys are would be interested in us running breaks of during spring training? We're definitely going to be running some additional breaks during spring training. Like I was mentioning, I was just talking to Brian about the fact that we were looking at some 2020, I believe it was 2022, the Marcelo Mayer and Henry Davis class boxes that somebody had posted on eBay the other day. That class actually had some really interesting players in it. Who are now just coming up in big-time prospects. Biggest ones in my head were Carter Jensen, Bubba Chandler, Andrew Painter. I think those were like the up-and-coming ones that stuck out to me. I feel like I'm missing one more. Looks like we have some color in the auto spot for the first time in this pack. But yeah, let me know in the chat if there's any other years that you guys would be interested in us posting a break for over the next couple months. We have a Dax Kilby Prize Prospects and Max Williams Sky Blue Paper, 147 and 499. Every time Bobby does not get the Max Williams spot, we hit cards for it. Dean Moss, Josue Briseño, Malachi Witherspoon, Jared Thomas, Brandon Compton, J.R. Ritchie, Sean Gamble, Luke LaCourse, Jefferson Rojas, Zach Root, J.D. Dix, Marcus Phillips, Matthew Miura, Ethan Conrad, Ty Harvey, Tyler Bremner, and Ty Harvey doubling up with the Teal Lava 84 of 199. First Ty Harvey auto we've pulled. Nice looking card there. Brady Ebel refractor, Adonis Guzman, Jamie Arnold, and Christian Fauch. So getting some nice refractors to finish off that pack as well. Off to a pretty nice start. Bunch of big names getting either refractors, chrome, or both already. And some pretty nice autos out so far in the first 3. Three nice autos to put out there already with that Liam Doyle SP in addition from the first three packs. All right, let's try and catch up with the chat again. Let's see who was the better golfer, Meb, your son or Brian Curley? No paper the Megas. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they would usually be in Bowman at least paper cards. AJ Russell sighting for the first. I think we saw him once in Chrome for Fitz. Did something happen with Josh Flores? Saw his spot was hot today. I don't know. That's a good question. I might have to check that out. I guess any Brewers prospect you would assume could potentially get some hype with how good their player development is, but I've not heard anything about Joshua Flores. Maybe he got like a spring training invite or something. We have a couple of things coming up here: an X Fractor, a mini diamond, and a light sky blue paper. Cameron Maldonado starts us off with the X Fractor. Quentin Young gets the mini diamonds on the Axis insert, numbered 110 of 150. Billy Carlson Axis and sky blue paper of Kane Kepley, number 170 of 499. Caden Bodine, first rounder. Cameron Nelson, another first rounder with Kyson Witherspoon. Connor Essenberg, more Seth Hernandez on the board. Pico Cone, Jordan Yost, Gabe Davis, Josh Hammond. Man, I feel like we're getting all of the big names already. Walker Yannick, J.D. Thompson, Alfredo Duno, J.B. Middleton, Shotaro Mori, Riley Quick, late first rounder, Slade Caldwell, Brady Ebel, and refractors Dax Kilby, Ryan Waldschmidt, Kane Kepley, and Braden Montgomery. So another nice pack there with all these cards that come out of these jumbos. So far, we're doing well. Matthew Miura, was he Japanese Mike Trout? Is that a nickname that's being thrown around? There's Brady Ebel now with a base and a refractor. Riley Quick, who we pulled a blue auto of last break. Josh Hammond, Jordan Yost, Seth Hernandez with the base auto and the base chrome. Kyson Witherspoon, Caden Bodine, and the three hits. Kane Kepley, sky blue paper. Quentin Young, man, the music never stops in the stadium in these Caribbean League games. And Cameron Maldonado with the X Fractor. All right, let's see. Zeal was traded to New York, from New York to Chicago for Austin Slater before being traded to Boston. So I guess that means he was traded for Drew Thorpe and then traded for Braden Montgomery. He played University of Hawaii. I mean, that's a fun nickname. Hopefully he can live up to it. The Dominican Winter and Mexican League games sound fun. Yeah, I actually, my wife's cousin plays in the, I forgot which league it is. I guess the Mexican League. Whatever the team was that had, who's the ex MLB pitcher who went to Japan after he got banned from the league, then went to Mexico. Plays for that team, and I've heard it does get quite fun in those stadiums. JJ Weatherholt in action. Jesus Madej prize prospects. Kyle Lodice Chrome. Mike Sirota. Dean Curley. Kevin McGonigal. Michael Lombardi. Travis Bazzana. Aaron Watson. Franklin Arias. Spencer Jones. Antonio Jimenez. Yoswar Gonzalez. Miguel Sima. Haven't heard from his uncle in a couple breaks now. Sebastian Walcott. Mason Peters, Yoani Morales. Oh, we're going to get another Acromatics auto. JT Quinn, and the Acromatics is Eli Willits. 30 2 of 99. First Willits auto I've pulled of any kind. I think the spot went about as cheap as it has in any of our breaks tonight, too. So a nice grab. Whoever took the Willits spot tonight getting very nice value and off to a very nice start. Green numbered 32 of 99. The Acromatics green looks good. Nolan Sailors refractor, Brody Brecht, Josh Owens, and Kalen Culpepper. Let's open up some more penny sleeves. That is a nice one. What's going on, William? Trevor Bauer, yes. Thank you, Brian. That was the player I was trying to think of. I feel like there was an ex-Met on that team as well that I can't remember. Oh, who was it? It was on the tip of my tongue. We have blue in paper and looks like purple in chrome coming up in this one. So a good amount of color in this first box. Mitch Voigt, that is the most off-centered card I've ever seen. That's like beyond 0-100. That's like on to the next card on the bottom. Whoever has the Mitch Voigt spot tonight, definitely this one needs to go back to tops. That's crazy. 219 of 250 on the crazy off-centered Mitch Voigt. JJ Weatherholt Axis. And Sean Youngerman on the blue paper, 23 of 150. Johnny Lavelle Chrome, Titan Gray. Jacob Reimer. Landon Harmon, Jesus Madej. Justin Lampkin. Yandel Ricardo. Nate Sneed. Ryan Sloan. Corbin Dickerson. Jake Cook. Luis Pena. Cody Miller. Aiden Miller. Landon Vodorik, Dakota Jordan, Ryan Weidman, refractors of Nate Sneed, Ryan Sloan, Colin Yeaman, and Carlos Lagrange. Voigt's head literally almost cut off in the picture. Would have been fun to get him to sign that one. A lot of paper color in this one. I don't think we've ever pulled 3 paper colors out of a super in the ones that in the breaks that I've run so far. I doubt Chris is here. We haven't had him in a few breaks, but Chris knows all about the return policy with tops. I sent one card back that had ink all over it, and that was about a month and a half ago now, and I still haven't received it back yet. I thought the turnaround was going to be quicker. Looks like we have a refractor to 499, so we may get 3 colors and 2 bases out of this first super. Starting off, Xavier Nyans on the draft night. Prize prospects, Charlie Condon, Matt Barr Chrome, Cade Anderson. I think that's his first card on the board. Sean Youngerman, Cade Obermuller, Charlie Condon, Mason Neville, Yulfran Castillo, Caden Kent, Walker Jenkins, Ethan Frey, Arun Escobar, James Elwanger, Felnine Celestin. There's our first Gavin Killen, Sean Episcope, Tate Southesine, and the refractor auto is double autos of Ty Harvey. So we've gone now from never having seen a Ty Harvey auto to 2 in a single box. Anthony Ianson, Elian Pena, Cameron Millar, and Connor Griffin getting refractors. That the all the other piles are way taller than the insert, and I don't think that's the same way in hobby boxes. Cade Anderson getting his first chrome card on the board, and we will go right into box number 2 after I clear a little bit of space for our hits from box number 2. So 3 color, 2 base, both base first rounders, 2 of the 3 color, Ty Harvey, and 1 Eli Willits green achromatic. We pulled a few Bryce Rainers out of acromatics, a gold and a regular refractor. We pulled one other acromatics that I can't remember what it was now. but 4 of them now out of our first 15 breaks. Let's see. Fitz, are you big on AJ Russell, Fitz? Oh, you answered below. You are. You're a Texas fan. Just see big upside with probably the top fastball in the draft. I heard Sima had a pretty good fastball too. I heard Sima was touching like 102. Is that what his uncle said? Pulled an auto of him to 199. So hoping he progresses well. I'm blanking on what team he's on. Is he on the Rangers or trying to remember what team Russell's on? Is it the Rangers or Twins? Twins. I mean, Rangers. So does that mean he went to college in Texas and then got drafted by Texas? That'd be a nice combo. He was on Tennessee and fell because of Tommy John surgery. Got it. Oh, that's always an interesting progression to follow. There's still some guys from like 2021 draft that have gone through Tommy John type issues and could still be good pitching prospects. So always interesting to track those guys' careers. Let's try and get the glare off of this Olivedo before we get into box number 2. That's still very glary. Maybe it's not going to happen. There we go. That's better. There was 102. Wow. Almost went auto first. Let's keep it with the non-auto part of the box to start things off. Hope TJ guys bounce back. Sakura is another in this product off of that boat. Yeah, I think this is Sakura's first base card. He had an autograph previously, but first time in base variations for him. And Caden Bodine getting a speckle to start this pack off. Eli Willits on the axis. JB Middleton, Brian Curley, Spencer Jones, Antonio Jimenez, Yoswar Gonzalez. Speaking of Miguel Sima, there he is. Sebastian Walcott, Mason Peters, Yohanny Morales, Nate Snead, Ryan Sloan, Colin Yeaman, Carlos Legrande, Billy Carlson back on the board, Tim Piastinson, Ike Irish, Cameron Maldonado, Justin Lampkin, Yandel Ricardo, Nate Snead, and Ryan Sloan. So definitely some repeats in box number 1 and box number 2 so far, which I feel like we saw such a variety in box number 1. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be missing anybody. Two chrome Billy Carlsons and a refractor now. And Caden Bodine getting color for, I think, the first time ever in one of my breaks. Chasing Hernandez. No luck on his spot yet. Just missed the night. Ishii pulled the number to 5. Popcorn. That seems like the same people that we started off last one with. Starting off another box with a base auto. Started off with 2 base last time and then ended up going well. Tate Southacene draft night. Mitch Voigt, a little bit more centered on this prize prospects card. Ryan Mitchell, Caleb Bonemer, Murph Gray, Eduardo Quintero, Trevor Cohen, Carson Benj, JD Thompson, Alfredo Duno, Caden Kent, Johnny Lavelle, Titan Gray, Jacob Reimer, Landon Harmon, Jesus Medave, definitely seen this correlation too. Justin Lampkin, Yandel Ricardo, and our first auto of box number 2 is Jacob Morrison base. Refractors of Brody Brecht, Josh Owens, Kalen Culpepper, and Cooper Fleming. Let's see. For anybody who's interested in joining future mega box breaks like the one Brian was mentioning that he ran earlier today, I'm going to drop the group Facebook information in. Josh Owens, you like as a prospect as well? Fireballer. Did he also drop because of some kind of injury in the draft order? Some more low-numbered color coming up here. We're going to get paper and a titanium. The titanium Pico Cone, numbered 94 of 100 for the Yankee prospect. Behind that, Ike Irish Axis and a gold paper of Max Ballou, numbered 32 of 50. Dominic Fritton. Speaking of Travis Sikora, there he is. Briggs McKenzie. Josh Kuroda Grauer. AJ Russell, there he is in chrome. James Tibbs, Mitch Voigt, Tommy Troy, Patrick Forbes, Dean Moss, Josue Briseño, Malachi Witherspoon, Jared Thomas, Brandon Compton, J.R. Ritchie, Sean Gamble, Luke LaCourse, and refractors starting off with Cade Anderson, Sean Youngerman, Cade Obermuller, and Charlie Condon. So some more nice refractors there. Second Cade Anderson we have on the board. Now one refractor and one chrome. Two Gambles and I think two Mitch Voigt chrome. Gold blue paper. And titanium to 100 of Pico Cone. Let's see. Hoping Parker Smith and Brock Porter. Man, I collected Brock Porter a bunch. I'm guessing you did the same, Takumi? I didn't hear anything about him last year. I don't know if that was injury related or if that was just him not playing well. We have a true blue, it looks like, coming up here in the auto spot. Mitch Voigt getting another insert with the draft night. Gavin Killen, prize prospects. Tyler Bremner, chrome. Michael Selena, Johnny Slewinski, Cooper Pratt, Jacob Morrison, Dante Nori, Ben Jacobs, Sammy Stafora, Dominic Reed, Rock Riggio, Cody Bowker, Leo DeVries, Jake Monroe, starting to get some new names there, Theo Gielan, Dean Livingston, Tehran Lorenzo, and batter Billy Carlson, blue auto. We are having a pretty nice break tonight so far. Eli Willits and Billy Carlson both getting ink on the board. True blue for Carlson. 128 of 150 there. Refractors of Cousteau, Max Williams, Andrew Salas, and Anthony Ianson. So, Seth Hernandez, Billy Carlson, and Eli Willits all getting color as there's some traffic chaos going outside my window. And a Liam Doyle SP too. So let's see. Let's take the Olivito down off the stand. I'll leave the Liam Doyle SP up there for now. We'll get the Carlson and Willits in the center. I'm going to shift this over so we can keep the Olivito up on the stand as well. And only a box and a half in. We are already doing very well tonight. Cousteau and a chrome of Bremner. Yeah, big hits for some big names tonight. Always love to see it. Porter just didn't play very well last year. Who's the other guy that I collected that kind of just fell off the radar completely? Another Rangers pitcher that I think got traded last year. I feel like I'm blanking on a bunch of names tonight that I should know. All right, we have purple and sky blue paper again coming up here. Jacob Reimer on the purple chrome. 215 of 250 for Reimer. Steel Hall Axis and sky blue paper of Johnny Lavelle. Aaron Walton chrome. not Bratz. For some reason, I can't get Owens out of my head, but I don't think his name was Owens. Max Clark, Mason Morris, Eduardo Tait, a couple upside down cards with Miguel Sima and Kason Cunningham. Josh Hartshorn, Steele Hall back on the board in Chrome. CJ Gray, Gavin Fine, Matt Barr, Cade Anderson, Sean Youngerman, Cade Obermueller, Charlie Condon, Mason Neville, Yulfran Castillo, and Refractors of Titan Gray, Jacob Reimer, Landon Harmon, and Jesus Madej. Oh, man, who's the pitcher I'm trying to think of? Who would have been a top pitching prospect for the Rangers 3 years ago? Owen White. Thank you, Fitz. I was hoping you were the Texas guy was going to help me out there. Yep, I have a handful of nice Owen White autographs, and he, I believe, got last year, but kind of just didn't really pan out as to his prospect intrigue that he had. Is he Marlin now? Me and you both Fitz. All right, let's see. Autograph number 3, number 8 of the night. Let's see if we can keep the good autos coming. There were some good prices on the big guys today in this one too. So good deals. Good deals for whoever took the big guys tonight. We have a Teal Lava coming up for the second time. Theo Geelin on the inaction. First time I've seen that one. JoJo Parker Prize Prospects. Chrome, we have Jake Cook, Luis Pena, Cody Miller, and Aiden Miller. Always back-to-back. Landon Vidoric, Dakota Jordan, Ryan Weidman, Esperin Valdez, Mason McConaughey, Arjun Namala, Quentin Young, Jackson Wiggins, Chase Shores, Cam Caminiti, Michael Oliveto, Yosua Lugo, and the auto is Tim Piacenton, numbered 196 of 199. JJ Weatherholt Refractor, Cade Crossland, Luke Dickerson, and Nolan Sailors. So 2 color, 1 base so far in box number 2. Meb says, be able to pay off your house with a few D-back if a few D-backs pitchers pan out. And Janssen Luis, too. Crushed Egan last spring. Got his stuff. Got to get his stuff listed. Think you have 10 plus color autos. Daniel Egan. How did he play last year? And is there a chance that we run into Daniel Egan in at the breakout game? We have a green coming up in what looks like the prize prospects insert. Eli Willett's draft night and Ike Irish getting the green number 61 of 99 prize prospects. Yoswar Gonzalez Axis, Walker Jenkins Chrome, Ethan Frey, Arun Escobar, James Elwanger, Felnin Celestin, hoping he's at the the Mariners spring breakout game. Gavin Killen, Sean Episcope, Tate Southacene, Corbin Dickerson, Tanner Franklin, Blake Mitchell, Bryce Cunningham, Landon Hoge, Rainiel Rodriguez, Joshua Flores, brought before, Johnny Farmello, Mason Neville Refractor, Yulfran Castillo, Caden Kent, and Johnny Lavelle. Tommy Troy, Waldschmidt, Gino Grover, but not going by Gino anymore from what I can gather. Like Irish fun green there. He's their top pitching prospect. MLB camp invite. Wow. Okay. That's very solid. Egan will be in that game if healthy this year. Celston apparently dropped in rankings. Did he? I've not looked at the updated Mariners system rankings. But that is a super strong system. So I guess there are a lot of players that could be rising in that system and passing him. Looks like a base auto here. So we'll have 2 base, 2 color to start off. Jesus Madej prize prospects. Gavin Turley Chrome, Xavier Nyans, Caleb Wing, JoJo Parker back on the board, Aiden West, Devin Taylor, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Easton Carmichael, Eli Willits back on the board, Caleb Lays, Gage Wood, Grant Richardson, Charles DeValin, Tommy White, Nick Becker, Hagen Smith, and Chase Shore is getting the auto. First time I've seen a Chase Shore's auto. We had a family member of his join quite a few breaks tonight. He was not in tonight, though. Elian Pena, refractor, Cameron Millar, Connor Griffin back on the board, and Riley Kelly. So 2 Connor Griffin refractors now tonight. 2 Eli Willits chromes to go with his green achromatic. 2 JoJo Parker. I think that's all he has. Nines and Chase Shores. Who was the person who messaged me that had Chase Shores tonight? Congratulations on sticking with him and getting him. Is it Luamis Grover is what he's going by now? All right, last pack of box. X-Fractor and, ooh, is that going to be a stained glass? X-Fractor of Jacob Morrison, Xavier Nyans draft night, and etched glass of Liam Doyle. Double SPs for Liam Doyle tonight. Beauty there. Let's get that right and a top loader. Doyle etched in glass and Doyle spotlight coming out tonight. We'll put them next to each other for now until we have space to the side to put both of them next to each other. I would love to see some gold ink. Andrew Salas, Access. It's probably the card that I'm most excited to pull out of this product, so I hope we do it soon. Christian Fouch, more Liam Doyle, Peter Cassell, Max Williams, Andrew Salas, Anthony Ianson, Elian Pena, Cameron Millar, Connor Griffin, Nolan Schubart, Cash Mayfield, Gustavo Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Kyle Lodice, Mike Sirota, Dean Curley, Kevin McGonigal, Colin Yeaman refractor, Carlos Thegranje, Billy Carlson getting more cards, and Tim Piastenson. So Carlson having the big night so far out of anybody. 2 refractors, 2 chrome, and a true blue auto, if I remember all of that correctly. Liam Doyle not having a bad night himself. All right, one more auto to go from box number 2. Can we get the gold ink? Can we get one more color at least? And we are going to get a purple, so we will get some color. Third color out of this box. Kate Anderson, prized prospects. JT Quinn, Chrome, Walker Yannick, Shatara Mori, Riley Quick, Slade Caldwell, Brady Ebel, Adonis Guzman, Jamie Arnolds, Dax Kilby. I think that's the 3rd time on the board for him in Chrome. Ryan Waldschmidt, Kane Kepley, Braden Montgomery, Ethan Hedges, Jack Gurevich, Thomas White, George Lombard, purple auto hitter, Nick Becker. Not a bad one to hit there. 125 of 250 on the purple. Refractors of Jefferson Rojas, Zach Root, JD Dix, and Marcus Phillips. Couple of first-round pitcher refractors there to finish off box number 2. Now we head to Takumi's box. Let's see, Nick Becker, 125 of 250 on the purple auto. I think he was a second rounder, so probably not a serial number match. 57th overall, early second rounder. Kilby, Arnold, Ebel, and Quick. Going to shift over the piles one more time, and then we will get to Takumi's box.
Right now, Wolanski still has the only hits for Mexico in the game. Way outside, 2-2.
Oh, let me shift over the papers too before we get started with this third box.
Figure he's going to go with a fastball here. He's not been able to get over his break pitches.
Out of the 2024 or 2025 products, which one do we think was the strongest out of Chrome, Bowman, and Draft? I guess it's kind of hard for the answer not to always be Draft, but I feel like there were some really good releases this year. Like there could actually be a question this year whether 24 or 25 Bowman ends up being a bigger product than 25 Draft, with how loaded that product was and how much those players have continued to develop since the product got released. McGonigal, Jesus Madej, Luis Pena, Franklin Arias. It was a loaded product. I'm going to say that Sima. Going to send that Sima. They are totally legit. Yeah, I am 100% sure that guy is actually his uncle. He's a Met fan, and we were I talked to him for a while last weekend, and he actually sent me a video of himself from a Mets spring training game last year of him celebrating after Soto hit his first home run, and we chatted about trying to meet up at a Mets game this year. So he seems to be the real deal. Is it the only interesting thing that I thought I had was that to be his uncle, he seemed like they were oddly close in age, but that happens. All right, let's see your box, Takumi, and see what we can add for you. Have we hit anything yet? For you yet, Takumi? Shift these over a little bit more. Willie Calhoun in the league. All right, starting things off, we have an X-Fractor of Johnny Slowinski. We have a Brady Ebel Refractor Prize Prospects, which if I didn't see that number in the top corner, I would say it looks exactly like the base variation of the Prize Prospects. We have Andrew Salas on the Axis and Mason Neville on the Sky Blue paper, 95 of 499. Patrick Forbes, Gavin Turley, Xavier Nines, Caleb Wing, JoJo Parker, Aiden West, Devin Taylor, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Easton Carmichael, Matthew Fisher, Ethan Petrie, Nate George, Joseph Zerwa, Tyson Lewis, Max Ballou, Ching Sen Ko, first time on the board for him, I think. Dominic Reed, Refractor of Michael Olivito, Yosua Lugo, Refractor of Gavin Fine, and Matt Barr. Yeah, with how emotionally he reacted the first time I pulled him that green auto, it definitely seems like he was very pumped, and it seemed very authentic. Hopefully, we can all do the same for you one day, Meb, with Casey. Maybe a Topps Chrome debut patch. Would be nice to see some more low number tonight. We haven't hit too much that's super low number. Let's see. I think it was color Johnny Lavelle, Action Gillen. Definitely some color Lavelle. Sean says late to the party. You did get that Chase Shores for you. Any join late and sped up to get live with 3. Carlson and Harvey. Do you have both of them, Adam? Or you're just saying that they've been hitting constantly tonight? Starting off with, I can't tell if that's a refractor or a base. I think it might be a base. Oh, what is this? In an auto pack, we have a Jefferson Rojas yellow. So interesting. First time I've ever seen a color in an auto pack. That is 9 of 75 for Jefferson Rojas. We'll see if he can make a big jump. Dominic Furtan Chrome, Travis Sikora, Briggs McKenzie, Josh Kuroda Grauer. There's another AJ Russell, James Tibbs, more Mitch Voigt, Tommy Troy, Cameron Nelson, Kyson Witherspoon, Connor Essenberg, more Seth Hernandez, Pico Cone, Jordan Yost, Gabe Davis, Josh Hammond, and a Ryan Mitchell. It's a refractor auto, number 11 of 499 for a nice prospect. Mitchell, nice signature as well there. Adonis Guzman refractor, Jamie Arnold, Christian Fauch, and Liam Doyle. So that was a monster pack there. Lot of hits for big names there. Extra color and a refractor auto of Ryan Mitchell. Second rounder, 55th overall. So super early in the second round there for Ryan Mitchell. I'm going to put that one up on a stand as soon as we have room. Let's get the top loads on the Doyle and a few others here. Fauch, another refractor for Jamie Arnold. That's 2 for him. Takumi, you had Rojas in this one? I like Rojas a lot. I have a blue PSA 10 auto of him that I can't believe nobody's bought yet. I have it. I think I have it posted for, I'm pretty sure it's a reasonable market value. Or maybe, actually, no, maybe it's a base auto. Not, yeah. Somebody else I'm thinking of that's the blue. Seth Hernandez, Witherspoon, Voigt, and Rojas on the yellow. First time Rojas is in the product since his first release, which I want to say is like 2022 or 23 Bowman Chrome. Put that there for now. And then we'll get it up on a stand. For a half a case break, the color and names tonight, I agree, Meb, are definitely doing well. We've seen much worse. And another green prize prospects and JJ Weatherholt getting color. Number 10 of 99, another nice prospect adding color. Like Irish Axis, Josiah Hartshorn Chrome, Steele Hall back on the board, CJ Gray, Ryan Mitchell, Caleb Bonemer, Murph Gray, Eduardo Quintero, Trevor Cohn, Carson Benj, Rainiel Rodriguez, Joshua Flores. I picked up a Rainiel Rodriguez, 1 of 25 orange. What's that called? I forgot what the refractor is called. I've never pulled one. I don't know what kind of box it comes out of. Johnny Farmello, Mason McConaughey, Arjun Namala, Quentin Young, Jackson Wiggins, Chase Shores back on the board, Nick Becker, Hagen Smith, Tanner Franklin, and Blake Mitchell refractors on the last 4. Geometric refractor, is that the name of the newest refractor that they've created? It's the Rainiel that I picked up. So I don't know how many different variations of numbers to 25 there are now, but it's one of the numbered 1 to 25s. Auto number 11, 12 of the break is going to be the lowest numbered auto of the break. We have gold coming up here. Looks like true gold. Can never take color for granted, apparently. So we'll check at the beginning. Nothing there. Carson Benj in action. Gavin Killen, prize prospects. Chrome of Dakota Jordan. Ryan Weidman. Esmerin Valdez. Aaron Walton. Max Clark. Mason Morris. Eduardo Tait. Kason Cunningham. Tommy White. Nick Becker. Higgins Smith. Tanner Franklin. Blake Mitchell. Griffin Hugas. Bryce Cunningham. Landon Hoge, it's a hitter, and it is Jake Monroe on the golds. We've pulled green and gold of Monroe now in the last couple of breaks. 36 of 50 there for the Angels prospect. Chrome refractors of Spencer Jones, Antonio Jimenez, Joshua Gonzalez, and Miguel Sima. Geometric is in the Delight boxes. That would explain why I've never pulled one. Monroe Gold, True Gold auto for the 4th rounder. I guess I'm going to put this Mitchell over here now, and we're going to get the Jake Monroe up on a stand. Three more autos to go. Yeah, I wanted to collect some Rainiel. I hadn't done it yet, so I saw that come up in an auction for somebody that I was bidding on some other stuff for, and I was like, seems like it could be the time to start the PC. We have at least purple coming up here. Kason Cunningham with the draft night. Purple of Jesus Madej. Speaking of 2025 firsts from Bowman, the Bowman release original. Steel Hall Axis. Cameron Millar. Connor Griffin. Riley Kelly. JJ Weatherholt. Luke Dickerson. Cade Crossland. Nolan Sailors. Brody Brecht. Josh Owens. Tim Piacenton. Ike Irish, Cameron Maldonado, Dax Kilby, Ryan Waldschmidt, Kane Kepley, Braden Montgomery, Ethan Hedges, refractors of Joshua Flores, Johnny Farmello, Mason McConaughey, and Arjun Namala. Flores refractor, Kilby Chrome. Where do we think Framber Valdez is going to go? It's getting close to pitchers reporting. If so, I imagine some pitchers have probably already reported, and doesn't seem like Framber Valdez is close to signing anywhere. Death by 1,000 base cards. You got a gold auto, just not a gold ink auto. Purple auto looks like it's coming up in this one. And color again in an auto pack. So weird box. JoJo Parker and a green color match. Grant Richardson, 94 of 99 green paper. Chrome of another A, Jamie Arnold, Christian Fauch, Liam Doyle, Peter Cusseau, Max Williams, Andrew Salas, Anthony Ianson, Elian Pena, Jesus Madej, Justin Lampkin, Yandel Ricardo, Nate Sneed, Ryan Sloan, Carlos Legranje, Colin Yeaman, Billy Carlson, and Zach Root getting an auto purple numbered 46 of 250 for the 40th overall pick. I thought we might be colored close to a what's called a draft pick match there. Couple spots off. Walker Yannick refractor, JD Thompson, Alfredo Duno, and JB Middleton. So we have 3 color autos so far out of this last box. Zach Root purple, Jake Monroe gold, and Ryan Mitchell refractor. And I'm going to have to open up some more top loaders. A lot of big name chromes out in this one. Big stack over there. Taco Bell, Zach Root getting another hit for us. I think that's the 3rd autograph I've pulled of him already. 2 since we mentioned the Taco Bell fact. They give enough Fouch base to last you for a while. We have seen a lot of Fouch. I think some refractor Fouch too. Two more packs to go. Starting off this one, True Blue in the refractor. JD Thompson. Numbered 98 of 150, Eli Willis Axis. Ty Harvey Chrome. Tyler Bremner back on the board. Michael Selena, Johnny Slowinski. Cooper Pratt, Jacob Morrison. Dante Nori. Ben Jacobs. Sammy Stafora. Mike Sirota. Dean Curley. Kevin McGonigal. Michael Lombardi. Travis Bazzana. Aaron Watson. Franklin Arias. Caden Bodine back on the board. Refractors of Quentin Young. Jackson Wiggins. There's Chase Shores again. And Cam Caminiti. Seems like there's a lot of errors in this Caribbean League. Not exactly major league quality fielding going on in this league. Nice True Blue for JD Thompson. All right, let's see. Let's go bottom pack, and then we'll save both autos for the end. We do already have 3 color autos out of this one, so we'll see. Is Quentin the son of Delmon? All right, last guarantee. Oh, I thought guaranteed color. There we go. We started with a fuchsia reptilian, and we're going to end with a fuchsia reptilian in our refractors. And it's another Ryan Mitchell. This one's a 199. Numbered 178 of 199. Nice Ryan Mitchell box. Yoswar Gonzalez Axis. Walker Yannick Chrome. JD Thompson adding to his blue. Alfredo Duno. JB Middleton. Shotaro Mori. Riley Quick. Slade Caldwell. Brady Ebel. Adonis Guzman. Charlie Condon. Mason Neville. Yolfran Castillo. Caden Kent. Johnny Lavelle. Titan Gray. Jacob Reimer. Landon Harmon. Refractors, we have Griffin Hughes, Bryce Cunningham, Landon Hoge, and Rainiel Rodriguez. Running out of space here. I want to be able to see the Olivito and the Ty Harvey back there. And the 2 auto packs to finish off. Nephew of Dimitri. Is he related to Dimitri? Both twins. Let's see. Last 2 packs. I'll have to take a look at the back of one of his cards. All right, let's see. We have a base auto in this one, so we'll do this pack first. Fingers crossed for one more color, although it would be the 4th in this box. Kate Anderson and Jesus Medea inserts. Brian Curley, Chrome, Spencer Jones, Antonio Jimenez, Yoswar Gonzalez, Sebastian Walcott, Mason Peters, Yoandy Morales, JT Quinn, Cam Caminiti, Michael Olavito, Yosua Lugo, Gavin Fine, Matt Barr, Cade Anderson, Sean Youngerman, Cade Obermueller, and is that Vidorik's foot? It is Vidorik's foot. Tried to write his whole name with all the letters on this auto. Landon Vidorik, base auto. Refractors of Walcott, Mason Peters, Yoandy Morales, and JT Quinn. So Vidorik. I feel like that might be the first time I've pulled a Vidorik auto. I don't remember seeing this signature before. For the 3rd rounder, 104th overall for the Dodgers. And final top pack. One more auto to go. I think this week we have Wednesday and Friday running. Wednesday is going to be me. Friday is going to be Brian. Those are both going to be 2 hobby, 1 jumbos. Looks like it is going to be a base auto to finish off here. We have a Franklin Arias in action and Mitch Voigt prize prospects. Chrome Kalen Culpepper, Cooper Fleming, Jefferson Rojas, Zach Root, JD Dix, Marcus Phillips, Matthew Miura, Ethan Conrad, Thomas White, Jack Gurvich, George Lombard Jr., Nolan Schubert, Cash Mayfield, Gustavo Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Kyle Lodice. Let's go to the refractors. Shotaro Mori, Riley Quick, Slade Caldwell, and Brady Ebel. And the last auto is Easton Carmichael. Couple of long names to sign in the last 2 autos. Easton Carmichael and Landon Vidorik, and they both tried to write out as much of their name as they could fit on these cards. All right, let me sleeve up these last hits, and then we will recap the hits from tonight. Got off to a very nice start in this one. Stayed consistent throughout. Got added some more nice hits towards the end. I think the Liam Doyle came out of the last one. The etched glass and the Jake Monroe golds with a couple of other color autos to finish off. AI fail. All right, let's put these in order and see how many we got of each of the big names. Looks pretty even. Looks like we got one of every player in each box. So Tyler Bremner getting 3. Steele Hall getting 3. I think it's the first time I've ever seen this. Oh, Seth Hernandez, maybe only 2, unless I missed one. Liam Doyle, 2. Cade Anderson, 3. JoJo Parker, 3. Gavin Fine, I only sleeved 1, but I'm pretty sure we had 3. Eli Willits, 2. Dax Kilby, 3. And Billy Carlson, 3 base chromes each. Refractors, we had Jamie Arnold's, Liam Doyle, Gavin Fine, Billy Carlson, Cade Anderson, Dax Kilby, 2nd Jamie Arnold, 2nd Billy Carlson, 2nd Liam Doyle. So 2 Doyles, 1 Cade, 2 Arnolds, 1 Fine, 1 Kilby, and 2 Carlsons. Huge Carlson night. Try and organize things like Brian does at the end of one of his breaks. All right, starting off with the non-numbered refractors, we had a Yandel Ricardo, Caden Bodine Speckles, and X-fractors of Cameron Millar, Jacob Morrison, and Johnny Slewinski. We had Reptilian Fuchsias of Johnny Lavelle and Ryan Mitchell, True Blue Chrome of J.D. Thompson, let's put that in the auto pile, Grant Richardson, Green Color Match Paper, Jesus Madej Purple Chrome, J.J. Weatherholt Prize Prospects Green, Jefferson Rojas Yellow, Brady Ebel on the Prize Prospects Refractor, Mason Neville Sky Blue Paper, that's an auto, Ike Irish Prize Prospects Green, Jacob Reimer Purple, Johnny Lavelle Sky Blue Paper, couple of Johnny Lavelle's for you there, Takumi, Pico Cohn Titanium, Gold Paper Max Blue, Mitch Voigt, the most off-centered purple I've ever seen. Sean Youngerman, Blue Paper. Quentin Young, Axis, Mini Diamonds. Kane Kepley and Max Williams, Sky Blue Paper. Then autos, we had Nick Becker and Zach Root, Purples. Ty Harvey, Refractor. Jacob Morrison, Base. Tim Piastonton, Teal Lava. Chase Shores, Landon Vidoric, and Easton Carmichael, Base. And Ryan Mitchell, Refractor to 499. Going to the back, let's start with our Michael Olavito first round auto. Then we'll go Ty Harvey, Teal Lava, numbered 84 of 199. We'll go Jake Monroe next, True Gold, numbered 36 of 50. And we'll do our double Liam Doyle SPs with the Spotlight and the Etched in Glass. First Etched in Glass we've pulled out of this product. And we'll go, I guess I'll go Seth next, although tough call between Seth and the Eli Willits. Let's actually go Willits next. Green Acromatics Willits, number 32 of 99. Then Seth Hernandez on the base auto, and Billy Carlson hit of the night with the True Blue auto, numbered 128 of 150. Let's catch up with the chat. Larry Young is father of Dimitri, Delmon, and Quentin. What? That's quite an age gap. Larry is grandfather to Quentin. That might make more sense. Yeah, I'll mention. Well, I guess pretty much everybody signed off, but I'll mention it in the group again to see if there's any additional interest for anybody who's going to be in the Arizona area for the breakout game in March. All right, guys. Thanks for joining tonight's break. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thanks to Kumi. Thanks everybody who joined in, and we will catch you guys later in the week. Have a good night.